How did you get the position of assistant conductor to the music director of the New York Philharmonic?
Through an audition, which was in
April, right?
in April. Yeah, April of this past year.
Did Alan Gilbert come and watch? Did you submit a videotape, a video to him?
Yeah,
what was it?
I submitted a videotape, and then they invited 5 of us to an audition, and was with the New York Philharmonic, which sort of made it all worth it. It didn't matter if I got it or not. I got to conduct the New York Philharmonic. So we got about 25 minutes with the orchestra, with Brahms First, Mozart 38, Appalachian Spring, and La Mer. So huge range of repertoire, and it was a fantastic choices of repertoire, because you really have to be 4 different people conducting those pieces.
Did they tell you what it was going to be? You'll do the first movement, bar 25 to bar 72 kind of thing. They lined them up. You knew what to expect when you walked in?
I knew the repertoire, and Alan, he said right before I went out, he said, just go, don't say very much, we just want to see you conduct, and if you really want to say something, go ahead. And that was basically it. He would stop us and say, can you go on to La Mer? But he was sitting, right where some of you are sitting, as I was standing up there. So that was, I had a good line of sight to Alan all the time during that audition.
And did anybody try to trip you? The oboe came in a measure too early just to test you?
No, they're New York Philharmonic. They're consummate professionals, so they.
I didn't mean that they would have done it
No,
accidentally.
I know. No, they were really.
I meant they would have done it very deliberately.
No, they were extremely supportive and responsive, and I mean, I'm not just saying that. They really were extremely warm and easy to work with, and all 5 of us were nervous, and to conduct an orchestra of that prestige and that ability is an incredible experience. So they were really with us, which was fantastic.
So what's your job as assistant conductor? What do you do?
There's 2 of us. Kay Scaglione is the other assistant, and we share covering, which means we sit in the audience during all of the rehearsals, which is very lonely, actually, sitting alone in the bottom part of Avery Fisher Hall, which is 1,500 seats, and you're the only person in the hall. And we, in case of emergency, we would step in to conduct the performance if that was necessary. And we also, depending on who the conductor is, they'll turn around and ask, can you hear this? So we're just really sitting there with the score saying, yeah, I can hear it, or no, it's too loud, or basic things like that. And we're just sort of there for whoever's conducting to bounce ideas off of and to make the performance a little bit on a little bit higher level.
You get some other kinds of coaching and experience with Maestro Gilbert, though.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Alan is unbelievably generous with his time, and he's the busiest person I've ever met, even more busier actually than my sister is. And but he wants us to come to before, during, and after the rehearsals, before, during, and after the concerts. He specifically asks for that because we're always a little bit cautious about not bothering these guys. They're really busy. They're thinking about the concert. But I asked him the first night, I said, do you want me to come back at any time? He's like, yeah, come at intermission and come after. We'll talk about it. And it's just an amazing generosity of time, and he's so open with his ideas and his opinions, so it's really great.
So you get to hear what he's thinking about at intermission, how the first part went, or what
Exactly.
he's anticipating, or
Yeah, all of those things. Yeah, he says, oh yeah, that went well, I felt really good about that, and then he kind of gets in the zone for the second half, and it's really interesting as a young conductor to see somebody who's so established and so together with this, really focus on a second half of a performance like that.
And he could certainly be too busy for you if he wanted to.
If he wanted to,
and nobody would criticize him.
Exactly. If he wanted to, he wouldn't see us at all. But he sees us absolutely more than he needs to. It's really one of the best parts of this job is that almost unfettered access to Alan.